So, welcome to the social media super strategy for health and fitness coaches. Tonight, you are going to learn all about what it takes in this is my husband Bill, he's our techie, in 7 simple steps for automatic customer attraction. This is what it's all about. Every time I talk to coaches, the number one thing they want to learn how to do is pull people into them without having to be salesy, without having to use this hey girl hustle. This is the number one thing I get asked for by coaches that I work with. So for those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Ashley Shaw. And as Amber said, I've been in health and fitness now for 16 years. My parents owned a Gold's Gym, so I was born into the fitness industry, and I am an English literature major by heart. So I love copywriting, I love messaging, I love all things to do with social media and moving people towards action, because that's what it's all about, helping the people that we want to help get to those goals, which ultimately is all about helping coaches getting paid for what they love. Working in the fitness industry for 16 years and working in the sales side of things, teaching sales and working with tons of people with so much heart, you really learn there's this disconnect between the people that work in fitness and want to help more people, but there's just this bridge that it's broken down. They don't know how to get to that other side of helping people without those like slimy sales tactics of like, back in the fitness membership days, like locking the door behind them. So we are not about that here at the Fitness Leader Institute by any means. We're all about creating systems that feel really good, really, really feel authentic, and set you on the path for success of getting paid to do what you absolutely love to do, which you would probably do for free. So here is what you're going to learn today. How to use social media as a tool to get paid to do what you love. Social media can be a huge, huge lever in your business, and it's all about setting you up for success so you know exactly what you can do with your social media posts to set you up to continue to see customers come to you. So when we think about promotion and marketing, I want to, before we dive into the actual strategy itself, it would be amiss to not talk about mindset here, because mindset impacts so much of what we put out there and how we feel in our business. So I need to set the tone that marketing in your business is a basic survival need. In order to grow your following, in order to gain more customers and help more people, you need to learn how to become comfortable with marketing. Now, when I say marketing, a lot of us have probably a bit of an icky feeling associated with it. The way that we view something and the way that we attach to something determines how we feel about it and therefore how we execute. So if you think about it, when you first got started with working out, maybe you were someone that thought working out was hard, or maybe you didn't think it was hard and it's never been a problem. It's always been easy. But I bet now as a coach, you view working out as just something that you do. It's something that you love to do because you've become, it means something different to you than it ever did before. It's the exact same thing with learning how to market yourself in your business. It is a basic survival need, but we need to remove ourselves from what that feeling is that might be negative towards it, because there is definitely a right way and a wrong way, a way to not be sleazy and a way to be sleazy. And that's what we are learning tonight, is that if you have been given a handbook and it is not fit, it doesn't fit who you are, it doesn't align, don't worry. There is a different way, and you don't have to do it the way that maybe someone has given you a script. There is a different way that can feel so true to who you are, and it can make you feel really great about helping people. And that's what it's really about, because selling is actually serving. So I want you to sort of remove this idea of selling from your vocabulary. You are not selling everything. Think of it this way. Everything that happens before you actually get into this customer interaction where there's a transaction that takes place, you are actually doing no selling whatsoever. You are serving your customers. And doesn't it feel great to be served, to be on the other side of that when someone asks you, like, I think of like the example of going into Lululemon the first thing they ask you is, how do you like to sweat? And how many days a week are you doing that? And they try to give you all the information that they can to make sure your goals are achieved. That's exactly what you are doing. You are not selling anything. You are serving your audience. So if you are attached to this word of promoting yourself and marketing, like, I want you to shelve it for a minute, and I want this to replace those thought patterns, because if you knew you were serving someone, I bet you would go into it in a completely different mindset than if you thought you were selling someone. So we need to make sure that we understand that that shift is one that it's on the forefront. It is the number one thing that may be holding you back right now. So getting your head wrapped around this is super, super important. So my goal for tonight is actually really, really simple. It's to help you learn how to get paid every single month. That is why I'm here. That's the number one intention, is I want to help you, teach you everything that you need to understand to learn what it looks like to go from an expensive hobby to someone that actually owns a legit business where they get paid and they can take home a paycheck consistently. So my experience when in working in Business Bootcamp for Fitness Coaches, when I founded Business Bootcamp for Fitness Coaches, it's been now 3.5 years, I interacted with so many health and fitness coaches through this journey. And I interacted with over 40,000 health and fitness coaches. And some coaches were doing some things right. There are definitely a ton of coaches out there that have been able to consistently get paid for what they love to do each and every month. And then there are a lot of coaches, the majority of coaches are doing a lot of things wrong. And I just mean that at the end of the day, we're not accomplishing that goal of the time you put in, you are getting well compensated for, because that's what it's about, making sure you're getting paid. So after being behind the scenes and working with over 40,000 coaches for over 4 years now, the one thing, these are the lessons that I've learned, is that you don't actually have to be salesy to sell. The best coaches are actually not the ones that are the salesiest. It doesn't correlate together. I discovered that it doesn't have to be stressful or all consuming to actually find your people. That's not how it works. It doesn't have to feel that way if that's how you're feeling. I also discovered with the right strategy, it can be very easy to grow your health and fitness business. I know I might be busting some mindset things for you right now. If we think something is easy, it is easy. If we think something's hard, it's hard. So I want you to think about that for a second. How do you feel in your health and fitness business or your coaching business right now? Let me know in the comments. Do you feel that it's easy? Or do you feel that it's hard? There's no wrong answers here. It's all about awareness to get us started. So this is the hard way if we think about it. Create a bunch of content, like throw those posts together and just get them out there. And then spray and pray. This is what we call just unintentionally throwing posts together, throwing videos together and just throwing it out there, hoping that people come. And then struggling to get paid every month, because when you add it up, it ends up being that you're just donating your time instead of actually getting paid for what you're doing, right? So I discovered that there's really only 2 types of coaches, and there's one you absolutely want to avoid. So the first is called the hobbyist. So I want you to drop an emoji if you know you're the hobbyist. So what happens when you're the hobbyist is you may say things like, well, we'll see what happens. I'll try. Or, yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess I'm just sort of looking, this is my last time before I give up on this business. Like, these are the types of things that the hobbyist says to themselves. They're just not 100%. Their mindset is not 100% all the way there. So the difference is when you're a business owner, you look at this as an investment. Like, I'm going to invest my time and resources. So resources can be time and money, and that is going to pay off. The flywheel is going to be turning. That momentum is going to be going. And eventually what I put in, what I sow, I will reap, right? Having that mindset. My business will grow. I'm willing to invest to get it to that next level. I just need to get the momentum going. So this is where you're willing to put in the effort to get your business to where it needs to go. And guys, there's no judgment here. I was a hobbyist for, I would say, at least 12 years. And the amount of time, oh my gosh, the amount of time that my husband and I invested into trying to figure out the online world, it was crazy. We spent all the time trying to figure it out. And it wasn't until 3.5 years ago that it clicked and things absolutely changed. I left my role as the president of a fitness company, and this is what both my husband and I do now full time. So I really am excited to share with you guys because I know where you're at. I know what it's like to put effort into something and be like, why isn't this changing? I'm not sure what to do. And it's easy to get frustrated at that point. So guys, it's about the commitment tonight. You are a business owner. This is the time you start looking at your business differently because your business will change if you get your mind there first. I promise you. So I want you to throw in the comments there, what would your life be like if you were earning 6 figures as a coach? Throw some comments in there. Do you think it would be hard? And there's, again, no wrong answers here. Or do you think that it would be easy? Do you think you'd be working more? What if you could work less? Do you think it would be paying the bills? Or do you think it would be supporting your dream life? Throw it right in the comments there. It's so important that we're aware of this, right? I remember thinking well, if I'm going to become a pro at this and start earning 6 figures online, yeah, it's definitely going to be hard. I'm going to have to work more. I'm going to have to make sacrifices. I had all these preconceived notions of what it was going to be like. And in reality, I work less. I control my schedule. It's not hard because I know what I need to do. And it actually, when you can remove that overwhelm, life becomes a lot easier. So paying attention to how you're reacting to what it feels like to get to 6 figures. I promise you, they always say that getting to the first 6 figures is actually the hardest. And then after that, everything's easy. The truth of that is the reason, and I would 100% say that is the case. The reason that is your belief in yourself changes. And the key is, how do you get yourself to believe you can do it before you have proof? That's the real key here. If you can master that, you will do incredible things in your business. And that is the secret sauce to mindset, is getting yourself there in your mind before you have proof that it can happen. And I promise you, you are all 100% capable of making that happen. All right, so we are going to dive in now. Now that we've covered that really important piece around mindset, it just wouldn't feel right to deliver this to you guys tonight without talking about it, because it's such a big piece of getting you to really realize your power that you hold up here. It's a lot of being successful in this industry is up here. So now that we've covered the mindset blocks, I want to dive into the social media super strategy for health and fitness coaches, where you're going to learn 7 simple steps for automatic customer attraction. This is the formula that I have created and that I use on a regular basis. So everything that you're learning tonight has been tested and has been proven. As a teacher in the health and fitness industry, I would never ever feel comfortable to present anything that I wasn't sure worked. There's a lot of places that you can get marketing advice and marketing tips and listen to experts. The one thing that really, really separates me from anyone else out there is I hate when things are complicated. So you're not going to get a complicated presentation tonight. You're just going to get what actually works and what I've actually tested in my own business to help me go from 0 coaches to helping 40,000 coaches every single month. That's what I promise that you will receive tonight. So let's jump into things. So there are 7 secrets that we're going to talk about in terms of getting paid to coach. These are the 7 things. People do business with people they like. That's the first one. We need to deeply understand that that's where people want to do business. People need to know why you're different to buy from you. Values pull people in, so people pay attention. Every word and image you share is turning people on or turning people off. If you're talking to everyone, you're talking to no one. 80% of your sales come from 20% of your customers. And you need to know what keeps your customers up at night to really slow that scroll and to make sure that you are intentional about what you're putting out there for your customers. So we're going to go through each of these in more detail to talk about the step that you actually need to take to move forward in your business. So we're going to start here with secret number 1. People do business with people they like. Maybe this is obvious to you, or maybe it isn't, but the point is here that you have to have a strategy to get people to actually like you. It's not enough to be like, this is me, you like it or you don't. No, you have to be intentional to tell people about yourself so they can decide, do they like you? Because they have to trust you, like you, to want to do more business with you. So I'm a fan of examples. So I'm going to tell you guys about a couple of things that make this point really, really strong. So I don't know if you guys know who this is, but all the girls on my team knew exactly who this little guy is. His name is Ryan. He's 8 years old. And this is a little bit about Ryan. So, and really this proves a huge point about likability. This kid, he's 8 years old and he's earned 26 million this year. So you know what he doesn't have? Years of sales experience. The only thing that Ryan is working with and worked with, he was 3 years old, right? When he first started his business. He's the star of the YouTube channel, Ryan's World, and he unboxes toys. So here's the thing. Ryan now gets billions of views. Ryan proves the point that if people like you, they will buy from you. This little guy, like, he wasn't put up to this with no sales skills. He literally got on camera and started unboxing toys, and now he makes 26 million a year. Like, we could literally end at this point that people need to like you and then they will buy from you. Next, we couldn't do a presentation without talking about the Kardashians. So here's the thing about the Kardashians. You may recognize this family, most likely you do. Sponsored posts or posts that they are putting out there are 25% of their income. That's a lot, right? So the reason that the Kardashians are paid so much to put posts out there is that they already have relationships with a ton of people that like them, right? If you like them, you probably follow them, and then you're probably going to take their recommendations on what products they love. Next, this is Audrey Quinalty. So she is in the beauty industry and network marketing, and she does a great job of being super clear about what she's all about. And I know instantly when I go to her page that I really like her. Like, I like the values. I like that she talks about her kids. I love her do-it-yourself projects. Like, no need for me to decide if I would ever buy something from her. When I get into her Instagram, I watch her posts. I see her stories. I like her, so I trust her. So this is why it's so important. When you have people who like you, you instantly gain influence. So step number 1, you've got to make sure you have a strategy to get people to like you. Your people, not everyone, your people. Secret number 2, people get overwhelmed because there are too many options out there. So this means that people need to know your sweet spot and why they should buy from you and only you. There are so many things out there that people could buy, right? The number 1 reason why people don't buy is overwhelm. When people get overwhelmed, your brain shuts down and it tries to reserve calories and it tries not to burn anymore so that you won't get action when people are overwhelmed. And people will explain it as, oh, it just doesn't feel right. I don't know why, but I'm not going to pull the trigger on that purchase. Just doesn't feel right. What's really going on here, if you guys have ever heard Simon Sinek talk, he talks about people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. And what you do is, it simply proves what you believe. So I wanted to give you guys an example of this because it really is important the way that you set yourself up to explain why you do what you do, instead of just hoping that your customers will just get it. Like, isn't it obvious? They can just go on my Instagram and see. No, you got to spell it out for them. Reduce the overwhelm. Reduce it so they don't have to burn calories figuring it out. Okay, so the first example here, I want to talk about Apple for a second. So I don't know about you guys, but I am a huge fan of Apple. And if you were to ask me, can you explain your last purchasing decision by Apple? It was probably a year and a half ago, I bought one of these iMacs myself. And I look at a Mac and I'm like, I don't know, like I just like it. What's really going on though is that I love the simplicity, because I'm a sucker for simplicity. I hate to be overwhelmed. I also love the fact that Macs are sexy to me. I don't know, like makes me feel like a pro. And also they're easy to use, user friendly. So all these things in the center of that is Mac's sweet spot, like what they're really, really good at. And you can tell that they are very clearly articulating this if you watch any of their commercials. They don't talk about the gigabytes, the pixels of the screen, how fast it is. They legit are like, here's my phone, and I'm going to show them FaceTiming, my baby's FaceTiming with their grandparents. Like, enough said when you haven't even said anything. They know their sweet spot and they speak to it. Whereas when I see this, I'm like, ugh, like, I don't like this at all. This, everything that it represents, this does not fall into my sweet spot at all. And for those of you guys who don't know, this is a Dell computer. So it just, how you align yourself and how you talk about what you do and who you like to work with, you need to tell people what you're good at so that they don't have to guess. So if I were to tell you guys what I'm good at, I'll give you guys an example. I love to work with health and fitness because I think that the positive mindset and the outlook, like health and fitness is just my jam. I've been teaching health and fitness sales for 16 years. The second thing is I love online marketing because I invested my heart and soul into it. I wouldn't do it if I didn't love it for all those years. And now it's become really, really fun to teach people. The third thing you need to know about me is that I hate when things are complicated because my brain just shuts down. So I am on a mission to eliminate the overwhelm when it comes to learning marketing. So those are the three things. And I articulate that so that people understand if I fit what they're looking for, they can at least tell and tick that box or not. When people know why they should buy from you, they will. So that's why that step is so important. Secret number 3, your values are what stops the scroll. So what this means is that you need to define your values to attract your people. So this is an example here. So when you look at my feed, you can see what my values are. So if you're someone that has a baby or you're a mama, then you're probably going to stop because you see this picture of me and Coco in the top right-hand corner. Also, you're going to see it's, about mindset here. It's going to be a good day. You're also going to see if you find yourself having to tiptoe around others, you're not walking amongst your tribe. Find your tribe. This screams out what I value and what's really important to me. So it's going to pull in the people like a magnet that agree and believe what I believe. That's what values are, that we believe the same things. Another example here is Ashley Molstad. So you guys, everyone I'm sure on the call knows who Ashley Molstad is. Ashley Molstad is very value driven. You either like her and like to have some wine and are all about that life, or you're someone that doesn't. And it's very, very black and white. There's no gray areas here. You either love what she puts out there and her values, or you don't. And that's exactly what you want to be doing here, is be very intentional about what you're putting out there. And lastly, we have Lululemon. They're very clear about what their values are. And if you become a customer, you believe these same things, right? Friends are more important than money. The pursuit of happiness is the source of all unhappiness. So what the values are doing here is that when people see your values are in alignment, you're going to stop that scroll and you're going to grab their attention. So that's why your posts need to include your values and what you stand for. Secret number 4, every word, color, font, any fonts you're using, and images you share they're either turning people on or turning people off. So the step 4 here is define your brand. So every decision that you are making in your business becomes really, really easy. So what this means, and an example of this would be when we had our daughter Coco, I knew something had to change. I saw 3 weeks in, I saw my husband Bill, and he literally passed out on the bed so hard in the middle of the day. I was like, ugh, so sleep deprived, right? Like new parents, you're clinging on to every little bit of shut eye that you can get. And so that's when I knew I needed to start looking for some solutions, because I knew that this was not good. He's worked shift work for a lot of years, but I'd never seen him pass out like that before. So I was really, really concerned. And so I came upon this business called Lovewell. And so I had never heard of night doulas before, but I happened upon this business, and all of this really, really spoke to me. I looked at, you want to talk about miscarriage, and I've had 2 losses myself. So that spoke to me. I saw the picture here about infant massages, and I was like, yeah, that feels like, something I would love to learn. And then what they've got in the middle, what is done in love is done well. So instantly I was just pulled in to this business and immediately hired one of their doulas, who we still have to this day that helps us out. So your values of what you put out there will attract those people right in. But the branding here, and really the colors and how I feel when I came to the website or their Instagram is I felt like they got me. That's what it made me feel like. And I felt that I would be in good hands. So everything you're putting out there is creating an experience for your prospective members or your ideal customers, whether you know or not. And you might be saying, Ashley, I'm just a part-time coach. I don't have a brand. Girl, then part-timer, not 100% in, and no strategy is your brand. And that isn't working for you. Let me guarantee you that. If you do not have an intention behind it, that is what it feels like when people come into contact with you. The clunkiness of that is what they feel. So it's really important. And there's lots of great stuff out there, brand quizzes and different things. We have one of those in our branding boot camp that we talk about how to pull all that together so that it's a really cohesive strategy and appearance when people come upon you. When people feel the intended emotion when they come into contact with you, you're set up for massive success. So if you want people to feel, oh, it's simple and this is really easy, and I've taken down the overwhelm for them, then if that's how you want them to feel and you achieve that when they get to your Instagram page or your Facebook page, you're going to set yourself up for massive success, because your people will come to you and will actually move forward with you. Whereas if that's what they want, they come to your Instagram page and it's just a mess and they don't know what you do, their brain shuts down. That same thing, right? Conserving calories. I don't know what you do. I'm overwhelmed. It's a shutdown mode. So this will help you set you up for massive success for people to continue to want to work with you. Secret number 5, if you're talking to everyone, you are talking to no one. So speak directly to your ideal customer. So you want to start with your market's needs, specify their internal and external challenges. And this is so many people don't do this. And I was one of them. I never really thought about my ideal customer and who they were and how I could help them in any other business before. This is one of the things I really did a deep dive into, really understanding how I could help. And it's been absolutely life-changing. And it's what really will help slow the scroll if somebody feels like you are talking directly to them. Now, you may be thinking, well, what about all those other people? If I say I talk to moms, what about all those other people that I'm not helping? Well, here's the thing. If you're not specifically talking to anyone, you're talking to no one. So you might as well just be specific. There's going to be an offspray of people who love you either way and want to be a part of what you're doing. Focus on that. And I'm going to give you some examples of why that really helps. So when we first got married, we've been working on creating this idea of financial freedom. And we were we had been working on that for 5 years before we got married. Both of us really loved the idea of like marketing online and finding products that we could connect with people. And the idea of being able to travel and not having to work a corporate job just like really struck a chord with me. But no matter how much work we were putting in, it really seemed like it was just years upon years of this work, but not getting anything in return. And so enter Rick. So Rick, I came across him, and he is someone that has a really great podcast that I started listening to. I got Bill into it, and he really spoke directly to me. And I remember reading it, and what he said, and are you a course creator, coach, or consultant ready to add more zeros to your bottom line? And I thought, heck yeah. I am a coach and I would like to add any zeros to the bottom line. Rick, help me, Rick. And in his line after that, welcome to the one-stop shop for online experts ready to take their business to the next level. It spoke directly to me. He's not trying to necessarily like speak to everyone, right? He's very specific at who he speaks to. And after I came into contact with Rick, I was like consuming his content, learning more about him. And last year, I invested $25,000 with Rick to do his mastermind and to learn all the things that I needed to take my business to the next level. That is the power of being specific in who you are talking to. I'm going to give you guys another example here. This is Melissa Casera. She's a copywriter, so she really understands the importance of speaking directly to your ideal customer. Look at this line down here. Like world-changing Nespresso machines that transform your entire morning. I've already had 4 cups today. You know what's in this cup? Nespresso. Speaking directly to her ideal customer. It slows the scroll, it pulls you in, and it makes you feel like that person is speaking directly to you. Another one, Autumn does a great job of this as well. Let's talk about sleep, baby. How often do we postpone it because we have work we need to get done, or start scrolling the gram, and before you know it, it's an hour has gone by? Like, put up your hand if that's happened to you. Well, guess what? Autumn is speaking directly to you, right? So it's this connection between knowing what your ideal customers do and then creating your post so that it speaks directly to it. So you stop the scroll and you get people to pay attention because you're speaking directly to them. If you're spraying and praying and speaking to everyone, you're not going to have anyone slow the scroll, right? That's why it's so important to pretend your ideal customer is on the other side of the table, and that's who you're speaking directly to. When you speak directly to your ideal customers, you'll cut through the noise on social media. Secret number 6, 80% of your sales come from 20% of your customers. So focus on that 20% because the 20% is where 80% of your results are coming from. So when we look at the 80-20 rule, 20% of your effort gives you 80% of your results. This is the Pareto principle if you've ever heard it before. So this will help you see your most productive tasks that you're doing. 20% of the effort equals 80% of the results. So here are some examples of that in play. 20% of customers bring in 80% of the revenue. 80% of work is completed by 20% of the team. 80% of complaints come from 20% of your customers. 20% of marketing efforts give 80% of results. 20% of content drive 80% of your traffic. So your posts right now of what you're posting, 20% of your posts are getting you 80% of your traffic. So this rule is super duper important to pay attention to. When you speak directly to your ideal customers, you'll cut through the noise on social media. And then secret number 7 is all about your customers are on a journey with you. So what that means is your posts need to be intentionally moving your ideal customer along that journey. Okay. So make the decision to never spray and pray at your audience. If you are crafting posts and you're posting just to post, or you're like I haven't done my video today, I just got to do a quick video. You're spraying and praying, and people are going to notice that and be like, this has nothing to do with me. And they will snooze you, they'll unfollow you, or they won't consume your content. So you never want to spray and pray and just cross your fingers and hope that the message is getting across of what you're trying to deliver. You want to have a strategy behind the post that you're posting, and think about it this way. When you know the problems your audience has, you want to solve them through your posts. And that is really being intentional about connecting the dots between what your audience is struggling with and how you solve that through your posts. So you should intentionally be driving that through your customer journey. And what happens here is when you're intentional about driving customers through a journey, it's like you meet them where they're at right now, but you're helping them with your posts, get them to where they want to go so that they're ready to actually take action. So you'll get paid every month through your social media posts when the foundation of your posts are working through those 7 steps. So when you take those 7 things that we've just talked about, that will help ensure that you are getting paid for what you love to do. What does your posting strategy look like right now? I'd like you guys to just take a second here, pop it in the comments. Tell me about it. What does it look like? Are you intentional with your strategy right now? And amazing if you are. That's so great. And if you're not, what does it currently look like? What are you doing if you don't have a strategy? So I'm just going to let you guys just post there for a second. I would love to hear more about what it looks like for you. It's all about getting clear on this strategy and having a social media strategy so that you can actually look at, okay, this is where my ideal customer is. This is where they want to go. My posts need to line it out to help them get there, because you guys probably already know that when it comes to change, you aren't just looking for people that are just ready to buy. You need to find people that are open to hearing your message and move them along that path to being ready to take action. You need to help overcome those limiting beliefs that they have. Those limiting beliefs like it's too expensive, I don't have time, I don't know if I could commit to it, I'm not sure if it's going to work for me. Your posting strategy will remove those objections when you do it right. So you will not face half as many objections if you are posting with the right strategy. So this is the success path for them, where they currently are right now. It's up to you to connect those dots along the way to show them where they need to be. And these steps are overcoming objections through your posting plan and your posting strategy that you're putting out there to help them see what's the next step, right? So it's not simply enough to just spray and pray and hope that your people get it, that the people watching get it. We can't allow them to sit in that state of overwhelm and not be hand-fed what to do next, right? Old habits, if you are just relying on the spray and pray method, will keep you from your full potential. And it's really your time. Like this stuff, if you can just get that strategy backed behind you, it will absolutely be life-changing in making sure you get paid to do what you love. So I want you guys to think about for a second here, why did you show up today? And throw that in the comments. I would love to hear more about that. Why did you actually show up tonight and stay with us for the last 47 minutes? Why did you show up tonight? Because the way that it goes is you have 2 options. Option 1 is the long, bumpy, are we there yet road. You can keep, as Amber said, slinging spaghetti on the wall and hoping something sticks, and you might get there. Maybe in the next year, couple of years, maybe you'll figure it out and get there. But it's the long, painful road that goes with it. Or there's option 2, the simple and strategic way. And that's what I would love you to take, is rely on the insight that I've gained, the success I've had in my business, and let me teach you the way to make it simple and easy. Don't waste time, become a business owner, and stop being a hobbyist that is just an expensive hobby that you really know could have much more potential if you were to actually believe in yourself, invest in yourself, and get the steps you need to move forward in your business. So become that business owner that you know that you can be, and let me guide you along that way. So this is where the done for you social posting strategy comes into play. So this is a membership that we have actually never offered before in this capacity. And it's the fastest way to transition from spraying and praying to becoming an authentic attraction magnet with clients that can't stop buying from you. So this is something that I'm so passionate about helping fitness and health coaches with. This plan is going to help you line out your 30 posts every month so that you don't have to worry about what to post or that strategy ever again. And so this is, it's easy for me to just talk through this, but sometimes it's a lot better to hear it from someone that's actually used the post before. So I want you guys to meet Donna. So Donna, we'll just get her going here.
Hi guys, my name is Donna. I have been a Beachbody coach for 2 years now. I've actually been a part of Beachbody for 5 years, but the last 2 years is when I decided to really plug into the business. I started as a discount coach, signing up customers. I wasn't consistent with hitting Success Club. January and February I did pretty good. I hit Success Club 6, but come March when the COVID happened, I really had no idea what to post. I did stress every day on trying to figure out what it was for me to post rather than focusing on the other things. So I stumbled across Ashley on Instagram and I seen that she offered the 30-day do it for you posts, and I decided to give it a try. Absolutely loved it. It allowed me to focus more on building relationships and gaining that audience that I wanted. So since then has been April. I've hit Success Club 10 or above for the past 4 months. I was actually stuck at Emerald for over a year and a half, and yesterday I finally hit Diamond, so I was super pumped about that. I actually signed up 12 coaches in the last 2 weeks, so I'm extremely thankful. These posts have taken a lot of pressure and a lot of stress off of me so that I can focus on building my business in other ways. Thank you.
So that is a little bit from Donna. And maybe one question that you guys may be wondering is, do I just work with Beachbody coaches? Now, I help health and fitness coaches as well as network marketers in the health and fitness niche and realm. So all the posts are designed to work with you in your business. And so what you get in the done for you social posting strategy is you will get templates for authentic attraction from start to finish. Whether you're an advanced coach or just getting started, these posts will work for you. So what's inside the done for you social posting strategy? What will you get? So the first thing you're going to get is 30 done for you posting templates each month. They're written to strategically help you build rapport, increase engagement, and sell with authenticity. You'll get exclusive content for like-minded health and fitness influencers who are committed to growing their empires and leading the charge with you. So exclusive content, we drop things into our membership like how to get confident on camera, how to take amazing photos with a basic phone. We love to just spoil our members with all these great pieces of content that we are constantly dropping in there so that you guys never have to feel like you have to go outside of your membership to find something. We are listening to our members and constantly adding things that add value in the simplest way. And lastly, this is something absolutely brand new we've never offered before in our membership. This is the monthly branding bootcamp curriculum. This is going to help you build a solid brand that inspires trust, love, and diehard loyalty from your followers and fans. And this is something that I think anytime you are just posting and you don't go through the branding bootcamp curriculum, I feel that we're leaving a little bit on the table here. So this is something that's being implemented for the Done For You social posting strategy members, as well as our upper level membership for the monthly marketing members as well. So this is what your Done For You social media posting templates look like. There's 3 options here. You can take the beginning part of the post here, and it gives you an idea of what to post about and how to post about it. If you're advanced, you can just use that as your guideline for what to post that day. Stress of what to post about, gone. right here, baked in strategy. Second option is you can take the full post and you can do sort of an ad lib where you fill in exactly the way that you may say something. So you take the idea and then you will flip it around to make it your own words. Third option is you can just copy and paste it and use this. Everyone is using their own photos. Everyone is doing a variation of this. So all the posts that go out there are different. And all you have to do is just look at what the post is, and you can schedule these all in an hour because we give you a template to download that they can be bulk uploaded. So you can set it and forget it. So the other thing you're going to get is branding bootcamp for social sellers. Like I mentioned, you're going to get branding bootcamp curriculum. It drips out a module every month unless you decide to do 6 months or a year all up front. And then you're going to get all those modules associated with that time frame. So here's what you will get: more authentic engagement. And this is what you can expect from the Done For You social social posting strategy. Absolute consistency because everything is done for you. No more worrying like, oh, I forgot to post today, or oh, I didn't go through and do that. 10 times more confidence in yourself and the future of your coaching business. This moves you from hobbyist to business owner. A system that will run on autopilot for you, and 15 hours back in your life per month. That is what this is worth. So what makes this different? I want you guys, again, like, it's so much more impactful when you can hear this from coaches that have used this material. And this is Chris. So we'll share his story here.
Hey guys, Chris Pandolfo here, 2019 Beachbody Challenge winner. And I've got to admit, for the longest time, I was like here with my business. I was struggling to hit Success Club every month and sometimes not hitting it at all, like barely scraping by and sometimes not scraping by. Until I heard about Ashley and what she does for people, taking the burden off, creating content and providing content ideas for the business. As soon as I signed up and I implemented it, hit Success Club really super early on in the month. So now, rather than being here, I'm up here with my business and really with firm foundations for success.
So that's a little bit from Chris. And I want to just tell you guys what is in Branding Bootcamp. So this content will be, if you join and do 6 months, you'll get all 6 modules right away. If you do 12 months, they all come to you, like they'll be given to you as soon as they're ready. We have up to module 7 all ready to go. And then as soon as the other ones are dripped out next month, you'll get them all at once so you can jump ahead in your business. Or if you decide to just do the monthly option, then you'll get one of these modules every month. So your first one, you guys are going to notice a pattern here. What I've taught you in terms of the secrets, these are the things that are baked into Branding Bootcamp and the strategy here. So month 1 is your life story. You're going to learn how to authentically share your life story and background, which helps followers know, like, and trust you. And you can extract the best stuff on exactly what you need to do to tell your story, and you can leave the rest behind. So it gives you those really clear tips on exactly how to do that. Then we have the sweet spot. Without this, it's much harder to sell, as we talked about. So you want to find exactly what your ideal customers need and what they need to hear. And we're going to help you figure out exactly what that is for you. Then we're going to dive into your values. This is really important for those to like pop out for your ideal customers. So this module is all about helping you define what your values are. Then we get into branding. There's the branding quiz. There's all the things that you need to, we give you a bunch of questions to answer. We're going to tell you what your branding should look like, the colors you should use, the words you should use, all that sort of stuff. We're going to quiz it up and make sure it's super easy for you. Month number 5 is your ideal customer. So if you don't know who your ideal customer is, don't worry, we got you covered. We're going to work through that together. There are videos to learn from, there are worksheets to fill out, and we're going to make it really easy so you know exactly who you're talking to. Next, we have super metrics. So this is your 80-20. We're going to help you establish what are the things you're putting out there that are getting 80% of the results, and really just continue to do. Think of it as just, I'm doing what's working, I'm doing what's working, and we're going to keep asking that question over and over. This module is going to run you through exactly how to do that. Then we have the killer content generator. This is about how to hone in on your ideal customer's lifestyle and beyond the topics that you can help them with. So this is really going to help you position yourself in multiple areas that your ideal customer is interested in and make it really easy to know what type of content you should actually be putting out there. Then we have your email list. So we're going to teach you the best way to start owning your business, because when you're just on social media, you don't own your business yet, right? Facebook owns it, Instagram owns it, which are all the same thing. But either way, your email list is so very important. So we're going to teach you about how to get that set up and start putting those foundations in place so you own your business. Then we're going to get into the Facebook community, how to get that up and running, how to warm people up, and how to start driving traffic into that group to help have this like warming pool of people just waiting to get started with you. Then we're going to jump into Facebook Lives. We're going to give you templates for actually how to do your lives, as well as give you the topics you should be talking about. Then we're going to jump into Instagram story time and cover all the basics around Instagram stories. We even have some templates for you. And then we're going to get into powerful pre-scheduling, how to set up automations, how to make it really easy on you so that you're not constantly like, I got to post. What do I do? So this is 12 months. I just want you guys to realize this. We just covered a lot of content. This is a 12-month curriculum to take you from where you're at right now and bring you to that business owner so that all those questions, all those secrets we've talked about, all those steps would be implemented for you. All you got to do is execute, and all you have to do is the things you love to do in your business and that you're really good at already. So who has this actually worked for? That's the question I want to answer for you guys next. So this is Jo, and she's going to just tell you a little bit about how the program has worked for her.
I used to be really inconsistent in my social media posts, and there was never any structure or logic to what I was posting. But then I heard about Ashley, and since then I can honestly say my posts are completely different. They're a world apart from what they were. There's logic in what I'm posting, there's a clear structure. I'm actually sharing the business opportunity as well as the fitness side of things. And most importantly, the support that I have from Ashley has meant I can focus my time on what I enjoy and I'm good at the most, and that's supporting my clients. So thank you, Ashley.
Awesome. So who has this actually worked for? If you're an established expert, it will work for you. If you have an existing audience already as a coach, this will work for you. If you're a beginner just getting started, this plan will work for you. And if you'd like to start your first online business and you're just like dipping your toe in the water, this will absolutely work for you. These are the people that this is not for. It's not for the tire kickers. If you just want to, mosey on around and not do the work and just like spray and pray and hope this works, then this is definitely not for you. It's not for the money magician either. And you might know the person I'm talking about. This is the person who thinks that just by buying the course, millions of dollars are just going to magically start rolling in. It's a business. And as I said before, it takes mindset and it takes the commitment to actually do the actions to do the work. And lastly, it's not for the Mr. or Mrs. Know-it-all. What I'll be sharing with you works, and there's a lot of clients that you guys have now heard from, their real life stories. So if you're someone who likes to focus on why something wouldn't work, then this is not for you. This is really for the people that are willing to do the work, to dive into those worksheets, the people that love that stuff, right? That geek out on it, that geek out on development and actually want to get to know their ideal customer. They want to dig in and they want this to work for them. If you come into this thinking, I know everything, it's not going to work for you. You need to have that attitude that you're willing to dive in and to learn what is missing in your business. Because if your business isn't where you want it to be right now, it means there's a gap, right? There's a gap in knowledge and a gap in that skill set right now. So what's the investment? Well, I told you guys earlier that I invested $25,000 into a mastermind with Rick. And so much of what I've learned and what I'm teaching you guys actually came from that mastermind that I already invested in. And everything that I learned in that mastermind, I applied into the social strategy and what I'm teaching you guys and what I've learned and included in the Done For You social posting strategy. I've simplified it, of course, and it's helped me go from 0 clients. Like when I first started, I did not have, a nest egg of people that were just waiting to work for me. And it helped me go over to helping 40,000 coaches every month. And it's actually what works best in the fitness industry. So, but obviously that's not what this is about today. It's about helping as many coaches as possible get paid for what they love to do. Now, where all the info came from, and in terms of charging $10,000, that would be cool. I could work with people one-on-one and just charge $10,000 to download everything that I've learned and give them the tools they need to be successful. And that would be cool. But a lot of my students have gotten so much value and would have gotten this much value in what I offer and what I put out there. But I still wanted to make it even less expensive to help people get started on their goals. And the other thing you could do is, sure, you could hire a copywriter. You could have them put this together for you each month and then go out and pay for all the branding boot camp stuff, which I've done all the trainings with Marie Forleo and all those sort of things. But that is everything. All my learnings are jam-packed into this training. So that also felt like it's too much to charge, and I want to help as many coaches as possible. So what you will actually get in the training is in the membership is 30 Done For You posting templates every month that are written to strategically help you build rapport, increase engagement, and sell with authenticity. So that's a $67 per month value. You'll also get exclusive content made just for fitness coaches like you every month. That's a $97 value. And then you're going to get the monthly curriculum that I've talked about that's included. That's a $97 per month value. And that's going to help you build that solid brand that inspires trust, love, and diehard loyalty from your followers and fans. So you're going to get all that value, which would be worth $261 per month. But instead of paying that, it's $47 a month. It's less than $1.60 per day. And you can go to ashleyshaw.ca/social posting to get started. As you guys can see, we've added a ton of stuff into this membership, all the branding bootcamp stuff, all the posts, all those sort of things. And to buy a 30-day posting plan is $67. So you're going to get all of this stuff that we've talked about for $47 a month. So as a founding member, because this is brand new, we've never done this before, as long as you stay a member, the price will never go up. You will lock in that rate. Plus, the first 50 members will get special access to our Ideal Customer Workshop, which is 2 hours with me. You'll get the video training, a really intensive worksheet to work through, and that's another $97 value. So you can also do it this way. You can get a 6-month membership where you pay upfront for it, and that brings it down to $41 a month, basically, if you were to divide it out. So $1.40 per day includes everything in the monthly membership. Plus, you would get 6 months of early access to the branding bootcamp, so you can accelerate your learning. If you just want to work through those modules right away, this is the way to do it. And then you will get member-only surprises and bonuses, because who doesn't love surprises? So you can also do the 1-year option. So it's $497. So it works it to $37 a month, $1.20 per day, includes everything we've talked about in the monthly membership. Plus you get 12 months of access. So you can really accelerate your learning and map that out, and members only surprises and bonuses. So that is how that will work if you want to do the 1-year option instead. There's also a 30-day 100% risk-free guarantee. So you have to do the work though. This isn't for like the slow drive-by. You have to do the work. And if you don't gain a customer in that first 30 days, then you will get your money back. You have to submit your work. You have to have done the work that we've given to you. That first module, you have to do your posts every day, no skipping a day. But we guarantee that this plan will work for you. So you can go to ashleyshaw.ca/social posting to get in on that membership. So you can get started now for $47 a month, which is less than $1.60 per day. So pretty awesome to be able to outsource not only all your posts, but all that learning. I've simplified it. I've made it really, really easy. And those modules, the month by month ones, this isn't about spraying a bunch of information at you and being like, oh, it's hours and hours of content. No, it's an hour a month. It's going to teach you exactly what you need to know to be successful. No more. Like, we got to really keep it tight, keep it simplified, and keep it easy to execute. So what I'm going to do is I am going to bring Amber back in, and just bear with me 1 second while I do that. And here we go. I think you guys should be able to see Amber there. Hey guys.
Hey guys. All right. Holy smokes. Ashley, you just brought the fire. Thank you so much. That was an amazing training. We have so many amazing questions and comments rolling in. So we are going to do a little Q&A. So our first question for you, Ashley, and I know this is going to be a perfect one for you because Ashley's all about mindset, is do you have any great personal development recommendations to tackle the mindset? Because really mindset has to come first before you implement a strategy like this.
Oh, great question. I love that question. Thanks for asking that. I do. I have one of my favorite books is, there's this one here, which is super, super good. The Illusion of Money. One of the swag gifts we're going to give out tonight. There's also a book that I love called Money Flows Easily to Me. Those two books are incredible. And besides that, there's 2 podcasts I would absolutely recommend that you dig into. I talk about thought downloads and things like that. If you haven't checked out Social Selling Simplified, that's not one of the podcasts I was saying you should check out, but you can definitely check out my podcast because I do talk about it. But also Chris Plackey, Chris with a K, KrisPlacy. She talks a lot about the brain and how to work through some of those mindset things you may be experiencing. So definitely check her out. I also have actually, it's a 3-day mini series. If you go to ashleyshaw.ca/getconfident, it's 3 days of back-to-back emails with like little mini videos to help you work through some of those things. So that's what I would recommend to get started with that.
We're going to dive into our next question, which is how, with these posts being in a membership, how do I make myself stand out from the sea of other coaches that are also using these posts?
Absolutely. Such a great question. So the combination of Branding Bootcamp it's all about like enlightening you with your gifts that you already have. So what you're going to find is like, it's this hand-in-hand approach, because having the templates is going to help you not stub your toe and be inconsistent. You're going to have the templates there. You're going to know what you need to do. Pairing that with Branding Bootcamp is really going to help you make sure that you know exactly what your story is and how to tie that into your posts. You're going to be learning all these incredible things in Business Bootcamp. So every time you do a module, you are going to go back to your posts and be like, oh, I know exactly what I need to do to tweak it. So it's this really great approach for getting confident in your voice and in your messaging, hand in hand with giving you the skills to really set up that foundation. And the cool thing is, like, if you want to blast through all the content and like really make sure that every post you're putting out there is rooted in those things that we've talked about tonight, then get the 1-year option and blast through that stuff. If that's what you want to do, accelerate that learning. And then like when it comes to posting, you're going to see the post and you're going to know exactly what you need to do. So that's going to help you differentiate yourself. Everyone uses different images and photos. So that also is a piece of it. We all have our own style. And so all of those things combined together is going to really make sure that your posts are different and that they stand out to your ideal customer. I guess the one other thing about that is like, we all have a different style and a different ideal customer. It's about leaning into that. Like, you are not the same coach that somebody else will desperately want. Like, your people will desperately want you. And once you realize that and you start using that power of who you are, you will attract your ideal customers like bees to honey. And it's just about being confident about that. And I'm just going to give you the skills to really tune into that so you start listening.
Love that answer, Ashley. Our next question is, how does the social posting strategy membership differ from the monthly marketing funnel? What's the difference in the two memberships?
Oh, great question. So the difference is this package here for the done for you social posting strategy, you get 30 posts and then you're going to get branding boot camp with it. When you move to the monthly marketing membership, then you're going to get 30 days of posts. You're going to get your Facebook group posts as well. You're going to get your emails to send out, and you're going to get your freebies included as well. Branding bootcamp is also it's going to be added to the Done For You marketing funnel membership as well.
Our next question, Ashley, is do the order that the posts in the plans, do they have intention, the order that the posts are? What's the strategy behind the order of the posts and how you use those each month?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So when it comes to the posts, when we set it out, we do have a strategy behind it. So we want to be moving people from where they're at and uncovering those limiting beliefs as we move through the strategy before we hit them with a call to action. So the more that you do the posting plans, the more you're going to see the themes and the types of posts that we're working towards. So for example, when we do our 30-day breakaway, we are focused on teaching people to like love running again, right? Or just rediscover or discover a new love for it. So every post that we have in there is about removing those limiting beliefs that like, oh, I have to be in shape to start running, or running is really hard, or like, I don't have time to run, or I'm not a good runner. So the posts, as we're delivering them to you, we are uncovering those limiting beliefs and moving them towards expanding their mindset, knowing, liking, and trusting you, and doing all those things before we ask them to do something. So the more that you are in the posting plan, the more you're going to understand the strategy that we're using. So I would say when you're a beginner in the posting plan, I would keep it tight. Follow what we tell you to do. As you become more comfortable, you're going to see and you're going to learn the blueprint for how we do it. And then you're going to be able to make those decisions yourself the more that you see exactly what we're doing inside the membership.
One more question for you, Ashley, and that is, what do you recommend for bulk uploading and scheduling? What kinds of tools do you use? Do you recommend doing a week at a time, a month at a time? What are your thoughts there?
Yeah, I'm a big believer in doing what works. So what I mean by that is all the tools that are out there, you have to do the one that is like the easiest for you to navigate. I'm not a fan of using tech that's not easy. So there's many options out there. We teach in our Done For You marketing funnel membership to use Postcron. The reason we do that is because if you want to bulk upload everything at once, like you're a batcher, meaning you just want to sit down and get it all done and not worry about it, we recommend Postcron because we've done all the research. It's the cheapest one, and we have tutorials and videos on exactly how to do it. And that we take that into all our decision making. What's easy and what is the most price effective. So that's what, if you want to bulk upload, that is the cheapest option out there. Now, if you're somebody that maybe doesn't want to use that bulk upload file and you can go in there, you can still put all your posts in there for the month, but you're not going to use a file to do it. Like Buffer is good. I like Buffer. I like using that. That's probably the one I like the best. Now, as you add more social accounts, there can be a cost associated with it. So, but I would check out Buffer, because that one's like, I like the layout of it. I'm very visual. I like when things are like easy to understand and easy to see. So that's what I would recommend if you're just sort of dipping your toe in the water with this.
Thank you so much again for joining us tonight. So Ashley, do you have any closing thoughts to kind of wrap us up tonight?
Absolutely. So the one other thing I'll mention is the Overcoming Objections script. Go to ashleyshaw.ca/social posting. Scroll down and you're going to see a link to get that handout and all that sort of stuff. My scripts, there's a video there for you as well. Make sure you guys don't miss that. So, guys, in terms of what this can do for your business, when I created Branding Bootcamp, this was the difference maker for me. I felt so compelled when I learned all these things about telling my story, learning my sweet spot, knowing my values. Like, it was literally the difference between having no one that I could help and then attracting all these coaches, like all of you guys that are on this call tonight. It was a difference maker for me, and I felt so compelled to share that because for so many years I was just banging my head against the wall, and this just simplified all of it for me. So that is really what Branding Bootcamp is about. It's about taking away the confusion, making a really, really clear roadmap for you so you can get paid to do what you love. And then the social media posting templates, this is going to help you bring in those ideal customers and that baked in strategy that we talked about. It's going to make sure all those steps are in place so you don't have to think about that strategy. You can focus on doing what you love, interacting with those people that are desperate to work with you, and continuing to grow your business and scale to however big you want this to be for yourself. So to get started, it's $47 per month, which is less than $1.60 a day. And you can check out the 6-month and 9-month options. You're going to get Branding Bootcamp along with that by going to ashleyshaw.ca/social posting. And other than that, guys, I think that's everything. I am so grateful that you have spent your time with us tonight. Thank you so much, Amber, for hosting the training tonight, and to all the Fitness Leader Institute team. You guys make the dream work. Thank you so much for all your efforts in putting this together for all these coaches tonight. Guys, I wish you all the best. And I really hope that at least from tonight, if there's one takeaway, that you believe in yourself and that you know that you can do this. And I'm so grateful to be able to help you on this journey. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful night. And we'll see you guys on the inside of the Done For You social posting strategy. Thank you.